evening, Masters. Welcome to the DeRailers Podcast. On this train ride, we're going back to something that we love. The worst superheroes in history. Enjoy the ride, folks.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the DeRailers Podcast. I am Ripkin.
I'm Jenny Bean.
And I am Goobs.
We are part of the SomeBuddies Network, as well as the Strange Sounds Network. Follow them both on Twitter and check out all the great shows in both those wonderful networks.
Lots of wonderful people and lots of hours to consume your time with. You're going to love that, because everyone loves SomeBuddies and Strange Sounds. And we got someone special on the train with us tonight. Ain't that right, folks? We got our buddy Coop.
Hey everyone, how you doing? It's Justin from the Justin vs. Justin podcast and from Amalgamania.
Yes, we're talking superheroes. We had to get the walking encyclopedia himself on the show.
An absolute expert.
They do give me that designation. Yeah, it's all good. I can talk about anything though. Let's have some fun.
Oh, I'm sure we'll get there. Who knows what we can talk about fucking dildo sweaters.
I don't want no dildo sweaters. Enough with the dildo sweaters, okay?
Now, are they made of dildos?
No. I'm going to knit a sweater for your dildo.
Ah, like a tea cozy.
Like a cozy, right? Yeah, but a dildo cozy.
Okay.
Keep it warm.
You could probably crochet that.
I'll just knit it. It's easier. But yeah, same shit.
Nothing worse than sticking a cold dildo in your butthole, let me tell you.
I can imagine.
Nothing
I like to
worse.
have my furry tail in there keeping warm.
Wonder if that's like my belt and I'll have to put my own hole in it.
That's the worst when you have to do that.
You get like a screwdriver or something, you're like, hey, do you have a Phillips head?
Yes, or like a drill bit and you're trying to like slam it.
I wasn't smart and got a screwdriver. I was an idiot. I'd get a steak knife or some
Yeah, a
shit.
knife,
Like,
yeah.
this'll do it.
And not take it off. You do it while it's...
Seems like that would work, right?
That's how Ripkin had a workplace accident.
Uh-oh.
My foot needs more breathing holes.
Need some more air vents in my shoes.
I heard you were putting speed holes in your shoes.
I
Trying to
was.
cheat the Olympics.
It was. It make me work faster. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. I now work much, much slower.
Is that how it happened? It was a workplace accident?
It was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were just really devoted to the Big Lebowski.
No.
But yes,
Yeah.
not that much.
Yes, but no. But yes.
So I'm excited because I've been listening to your guys' show for a while, and now I get to kind of comment on some of these things. So I apologize if it seems like I'm coming out of nowhere with these things. I'm like, oh man, because I've been listening to these episodes and they're fresh in my head, and I'm like, oh, I got to make sure to say this and that.
Aw.
So apologies if I kind of geek out here a little bit on you.
Oh no, you're warming our cockles. Just keep on sending the love.
Aw, my heart.
And no more bubble gum. This man sent us
Yeah, if you go to YouTube, you
Yeah.
can watch it.
go to our channel on YouTube, the Derailers, and me and Rip can eat old ass fucking bubble gum from the 80s and 90s.
28 years old.
So where that actually came from is maybe like our 10th episode or something like that for Justin versus Justin. Our friend from this other show that we have acquaintance with called the Duo Finds. They're a travel podcast. They came up with some Batman Returns cards and they brought that over and they're like, oh, let's try this gum. And oh my god, and he actually liked it.
I'd be excited for the cards, too.
We were because they had stickers, and I mean, it was like being 12 again. I'm like, this is awesome.
Exactly, it brings back the nostalgia factor right away.
Yeah.
The gum, though, just like it crumbles the second or pretty much just breaks if it's not like rock hard.
Yeah, and it turns to like powder, and it's crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
And it should chew, and it doesn't chew.
It does not chew.
Gets stuck between all your
like paste.
teeth and like
It does not gum very well.
no.
No. It's crazy. So the half-life on that has got to be somewhere around 15 years, or who knows, because it was just gross.
That stuff was never as good, even back in the day.
Yeah, it screwed up your cards. So you get like your rookie card or something like that for someone, and you're like, oh great.
Has a big gum stain on the back of it. Ripped off all the running averages and everything.
My Bo Jackson Bat Breaker card.
Whoa, my Danny DeVito as the Penguin rookie card.
Hey, that was a good card. I think that was number 7. That was a good one.
I love the back where it gives me his stats. Nose is bitten off. 1. That was a great rookie year.
I love looking for that guy that got bit in like other things of like the 90s. And I'm like, oh, that's the guy who got his nose bit off.
Yeah, he pops up occasionally.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's totally random. But I mean, I just love seeing characters. I'm like, oh, that was this guy. And Jan Hooks was in that too from Saturday Night Live.
Yes.
And you may know her as the Alamo woman from Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Yeah, and Pee-wee was also in that movie too.
Of course, he played the father.
He went back to that
dude.
role too, which is awesome.
Oh, on Gotham, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't actually watch Gotham.
Yeah, he did. That's right. No, you know
We
what?
watched the first few seasons and we dropped off.
Until a certain character that really fucking stank came in, then we left it. We were like, we're done.
Oh yeah, like the creepy Joker. Or...
Well, that was the beginning of it, but then he was gone, and then it was that what's her face played, Will Smith's wife.
Oh, Fish Mooney.
Yeah, I wasn't. After that, it just went downhill. I was like, ugh.
Now, have you ever seen her metal band?
She has a metal band?
Yeah, I saw them at Ozfest years ago. She was there. We're like,
Jada
dude.
Pinkett Smith.
Yeah, she was in a metal band.
That's awesome.
Do you know the name of it offhand?
I could look it up quickly, but yeah, no, it was.
Was she like the singer?
Yeah, she was.
That's great.
Ow.
Good
Yeah,
for
it was pretty
her.
slick.
I think I might actually have heard that before, but I never really looked into it.
I hate my son. He is random.
He whips his hair back and forth. It's called Wicked Wisdom.
That's
Wicked
funny.
wisdom.
I'm gonna have to check them out after we're done recording here tonight.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, God, who did I see them with? I think I saw them at the same Ozfest that I saw Drowning Pool at.
Was it the original first singer or the...
Dave Williams, the original singer of Drowning Pool. It was a hell of a show. He died shortly afterwards, but I have never been so wrecked in my life as when, this started. And I mean, I've seen Andrew WK a couple times, so I love the pit.
Oh,
but
that's awesome.
Man, no. I got wrecked in the Drowning Pool, and I couldn't even. I'm glad I escaped with my life.
That's your
Sometimes,
shit, though.
yeah, I love pits. Sometimes, Andrew WK, I saw him before. That was pretty crazy.
Oh, I bet. People probably just punch each other in the face.
Well, he punches himself
That's
in the
what
face.
I mean. Like,
It wasn't even like punching. It was just like so much energy. It's hard to escape.
Yeah.
yeah, it's so hype, right? Like,
I've been in a wall of death before, man.
Here, hold my glasses and all my stuff. I'll be back. And I'm like, oh, thank God, because I'm
Yeah.
short, so I have a hard time. Like,
So you would have been pushed up against the stage, right?
I'm usually at the back
No, she
now.
hides in the back now.
Because I like to dance by myself,
Oh, sweet.
I just kind of do my own thing. People think I'm fucking weird. I don't give a shit. Like,
Yeah, we're the old people now.
yeah.
Well, I would do that if I was intoxicated. Then I'd be dancing, and people are like, "Dude, this is a Seven Dust show," and I'm like, "Yeah, so."
You can still dance to it. Trust me.
Dude, my heart just grew for you. Seven Dust is like one of my favorite bands.
Oh man, I met those guys.
We'll get to the topic shortly. We're just reminiscing now.
Yeah, dude, Seven Dust. I've seen them like 8 times. They were big in Connecticut. They would always kind of come out there, and every time they came, they'd put like literally 110% on the stage, and you gotta respect that when you see a band.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
crazy.
For sure. That's awesome.
When I saw them, I was at an outdoor venue, kind of like Ozfest. It was called Edgefest. And I rolled up a
Canadian
huge...
version.
Yeah, I rolled up a huge freaking joint. This was not legal Canadian weed at the time. But I was at the front, and I sparked it up when they came on stage, and I had all intent on giving it to him. And Lejean comes up, he's like, "Can I have some of that?" I'm like, "You can have all of it." He's like,
Nice.
"You're the fucking man, dude." And it's like, just starts kicking into bitch. I'm like, "Yes!"
And you're surprised that he's literally 4'8", and you're like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, he looks so intimidating in the videos.
He's tiny,
Oh my God, that's funny. I thought he was way bigger than that.
No.
Wow.
I would just like feel bad, and I'd be like, just kick my ass, and I'll just not fight back. I don't.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
Now that quote right there is pretty much 90% of what our podcast is about. Justin versus Justin. It's we're always talking about Wayne's World. And another thing that we do is we do impressions all the time. And one thing I was going to ask is if you guys did any impressions.
I try. I certainly try.
Sometimes we bug Ripken about his impressions. No, not really. I can't
No?
really... Like a Yogi Bear and shit like that. Nothing serious.
You do a good Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, bother.
Oh, it's so good.
Nice. That's Darkwing Duck, same voice.
Nice.
You should try Darkwing Duck.
Let's get dangerous.
There you go. See?
My best one has always been Professor Oak.
I love Professor
Yeah,
Oak. Oh
you
my
do a
God.
good Professor Oak.
I'm an irresponsible man letting children go out into the world.
You know, if I close my eyes, it's just like he's right there.
That's pretty good, man, actually.
I have nothing.
You have nothing
Except
at
for
all?
maybe a Keanu. Whoa. That's about it.
Shout outs to the greatest Canadian of all
Love our
time,
Keanu.
Keanu Reeves.
Shoutouts to Keanu.
And
Reeves.
I love it. I'm sure you guys keep up with all the stories on how he wanders around New York just like helping people.
Oh, he's such a sweetheart.
It's like
right?
Kung Fu the Legend continues.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, he's great, man.
He is. He's such a Canadian.
Now, are you familiar with that fan theory on how in a different dimension all Keanu Reeves movies are really Nicolas Cage movies, and he has played all of Nicolas Cage parts in a different world? Because you kind of touched on it in one of the episodes I was listening to. Where you're talking about Face Off.
Oh, I love Face Off. Holy fuck.
Yeah, we did say Keanu Reeves should be recast in Face Off.
And could you imagine him being in The Rock? Because I could.
Yes. Oh my God. I need to go to this other dimension and
Yeah.
watch all these movies.
I don't want to watch Keanu Reeves in The Wicker Man. Bees! Whoa, bees!
Whoa.
Whoa, Con Air.
I'm trying to picture Nicolas Cage as fucking Ted Theodore Logan and fucking
Most triumphant.
Jack Draven in Speed.
There's a bomb on the bus, and it's going to go off if we don't go below 55 miles an hour.
That's a good Nick Cage, man.
Yeah!
That was a good Nick Cage.
Put the ball back in the box.
Well, you could put you could put him in Raising Arizona. That would be pretty awesome.
That'd be
Oh,
hilarious.
but him and Hardball? Like,
Aww.
trying to be like all sentimental and shit. Nick Cage is going off.
Nick Cage and Hardball would be awesome.
Nick Cage is more like his crackhead friend, I think, in Hardball.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, jeez.
No one could deliver that heart-wrenching speech at that funeral like Keanu could.
No, man, I still cry just thinking about it.
That's a deep fucking cut right there too, with a hardball. Like, damn.
Dude, that's one of my favorite fucking movies, not even gonna lie. I love it.
I'm like, what comes next? The Replacements? I'm like, welcome to Keanu Cast.
What about the dog boy?
Oh yeah.
Yes, Ortiz the dog boy.
Well, I mean that goes along with Dog Star, right?
That's right.
Didn't think I knew about Dog Star, did you?
Everybody needs to know about Dog Star.
I got a dog star tattoo.
No, you don't. Don't tell lies.
Dog Star sounds like OnStar for dogs.
Yeah, it is. It's that's a good idea actually, Webkin.
We noticed that your food dish has recently been emptied. Do you need Dog Star to come and refill it? We'll stay on the line with you until your resolution is resolved. Do you need directions to the nearest toilet water?
Now I'm angry because that's a much funnier bit than I had.
But they only speak in dog.
Oh my god, I worked for OnStar. That's terrible memories.
But you
Fucking
got to talk to a
asshole.
celebrity once.
I did, which was really cool.
Robert Englund.
Oh, sweet.
One of my favorite people in the world. And he was such a fucking nice dude. Like, oh my god, he's so nice.
Can you tell me how to get to your closest nightmare?
Again, I'm like, if I close my eyes, it's like he's in my dreams.
I don't care if you're a lizard man. I love you.
I do love him.
You guys saw him in V, right? Back in the day.
I love that show.
That was such a good show.
I grew up with, like, my parents were totally into that shit. Like, that was their shit, so I grew up watching that stuff too.
I heard Dad's a big sci-fi, like Star Trek guy.
Yeah, Star Trek was church in my house.
Yeah,
That's
me
why
too,
we never
man.
get along.
So,
I'm just joking. He likes Star Wars too.
he does. He likes both. But he's definitely more a Trekkie.
Unfortunately, in my house, church was church.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
God wins everything.
According to my parents, John-Luc Picard didn't have shit on old Jesus.
We just worship Crumb down here.
Hey, we worship a guy named Crumb up here, too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he has casual sex sometimes.
Oh, that's right. I've heard about him. Is he on one of your networks?
Yeah, he's part of the SomeBuddies.
Very nice.
Very adult-themed show. Good listen, though.
Very nice. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the networks. Best Darn Diddley, and I've talked to those guys. They're great. I meet them on Instagram and Twitter. And big fan of Throwdown Thursday, which is where I first heard you guys.
Yeah, we rambled on about Keanu Reeves.
Well, I was super interested because number one, you did my favorite movie, Wayne's World. You had a love of Keanu. I'm like, this is pretty awesome. But I had heard that you guys sang the entire Monorail song on an episode of The Best Darn Diddley. And I'm like,
Yeah, we sure did.
they're my kind of people.
I was lucky enough to play the part of Lyle Landley. My biggest role to date.
So I used to do, we were doing like a senior show in high school or something like that, and my buddy was a huge Chris Farley fan, so we were doing the van down by the river sketch, and
Nice.
I was lucky enough to do the Phil Hartman part.
Nice.
I love me some Phil Hartman.
I'd do the David Spade part. I'd be the kid just laughing the whole time, fucking trying to keep a straight face.
No, but it's cool. I've been listening to you guys for a while. I love the show, and just glad to finally get to connect with everybody.
Yeah, man, it's great to have you on. I don't think our show's ever been derailed so much in the first 20 minutes of recording. And I love it.
I'm drinking black coffee, so I'm ready to go.
I like my coffee how I like my men. Non-existent.
Not exactly, yeah. All right, I digress. Feel free to get into any topic you like.
Repkin, you want to kick it off, buddy? We're going to talk about lame-ass superheroes.
20 minutes later.
But some good banter's good.
B-Rob would be proud of us right now.
He would.
'Cause back when he was on the show, his whole goal was to keep us completely off track. So he didn't even give us a topic.
Yeah, he didn't.
So at least this time we have a topic, and let's just talk about it a bit. A few episodes ago, we each chose what we considered to be an underrated, unknown, or lesser-known superhero or villain from the comic books, and we basically just educated the passengers on these characters. So we're going to do that again. We had a lot of fun doing it, and there's tons of these characters out there, so we figured, why not just keep it going, do as many as we can, and that's why we brought in the expert.
And hopefully we get to roast some superheroes tonight, because there's some absolutely fucking terrible ones there.
Who'd you pick? I gotta hear.
I'm happy to start. I got a good one here, guys. Okay, so I've never heard of this character before I did my research before the show, and right away I was drawn to it. My character's name is Leatherboy.
Okay.
Funny thing is, I was looking at that guy, I was like, what the fuck is Rob Halford doing in a comic?
He's hell-bent.
When I first saw Leatherboy, I thought to myself, I better scoop this guy up now, because I know if anyone sees him, there's a good chance he'll get taken.
Looking for love, breaking the law.
Obviously, when I just say Leatherboy, what's the type of character you think of?
The Gimp.
Something from Casual Sex with Crumb.
Oh,
That is right.
hey, he says don't kink shame. I hear.
It is a man just dressed in all leather attire, kind of dominatrix style, S&M, bondage, that whole scene.
Assless chaps.
That's, yep, his ball gag, the whole deal, man.
That's almost like, oh my god, that's like Eugene Levy from Armed and Dangerous.
That's right. That's exactly
Taking a
it.
deep dives, holy fuck.
Yeah, man. John Candy, nice. Good throwback. His real name is Gene Loreen, and his affiliation is formally with the Great Lakes Avengers.
Nice.
His first appearance was in Great Lakes Avengers #1 in June 2005. His creators are Dan Slott and Paul Peltier. I tried to look into see who else these guys are responsible for. Unfortunately, I couldn't really see any other recognizable names, so I'll just leave it at that. And I gotta say, guys, when I read the history of Leatherboy, I was immediately drawn, and I actually kind of want to go and read these comics now. So Leatherboy's powers are none. Leatherboy is a normal man who simply goes around in bondage S&M
He just
gear.
loves his fetish.
Power of distraction.
He's just hell-bent for leather.
He ended up in the Great Lakes Avengers by responding to a classified ad.
Like on Craigslist or something?
Yeah, it was written by Mr. Immortal, who was the leader of the Great Lakes Avengers. And he ended up showing up and responding to the ad after he misread it as an S&M fetish group ad. Either way, he showed up, decided to join the Great Lakes Avengers, and And it was once the team discovered that he actually didn't have any powers that they requested he leave.
That's pretty terrible.
This is not where his story ends. It took about 5 years later, but Scarlet Witch would go on to destroy the real Avengers, and that would leave the Great Lakes Avengers as the only Avengers group. Now, the Great Lakes Avengers are pretty much the outcasts of the Avengers. These are like the lame. This is a group of lame superheroes, pretty much, and I picked what I consider to be their lamest one. But guys, he's not their lamest one, because after the Great Lakes Avengers went on to recruit some new superheroes and recruited themselves the very well-known today Squirrel Girl and her partner Monkey Joe, Leatherboy heard about this and became absolutely furious that he was not asked to rejoin the team in their time of need, that they were going around recruiting all these superheroes. So he just absolutely lost it. He dressed up like a leather Doctor Doom, broke in to the Great Lakes headquarters, and killed Mr. Immortal, the leader of the Great Lakes. Killed him! This guy with no powers, dressed as a leather Doctor Doom, killed him! And then killed Squirrel Girl's sidekick, Monkey Joe.
Gotta shock the monkey.
That's right.
You gotta.
So they basically caught him in the act for this and arrested him. He would have sporadic appearances later on, appearing with Deadpool and Gwenpool, so you can imagine how that went off. Deadpool was not at all pleased to see that this was the man that killed Monkey Joe, Squirrel Girl's sidekick. And pretty much to punish him for that, he left him tied to a tree for the real squirrels to feast upon. Guys, this is a legit badass right here. A badass who just happens to go around dressed in S&M and
leather
bondage gear and and I'm talking like the most revealing type too. Like, so this is like pretty much a leather Speedo. Or like what Goob said, it's assless chaps, pretty much.
It's Rob Halford. If you guys know Rob Halford, that's exactly what this guy looks like.
So, and then the whole Doctor Doom shtick was an all-leather Doctor Doom. Yeah. So, I'm intrigued by Leatherboy, guys. I'm intrigued by Jean Lorraine. What can I say? Also known by the Lil Doominatrix.
Are you gonna looking further into that in your lifestyle?
I might check out the Great Lakes Avengers, guys. If this is like what their roster has to offer, it looks pretty badass. That's my character. That's it, Leatherboy. Check him out. Great Lakes Avengers, 2005. Good luck topping that, guys. Good luck.
Okay, I'll take that challenge.
Okay, bring it.
My guy comes, his first debut was in December of 1989 in DC Comics. Secret Oranges Volume 2, number 46. And I'm going with Arm Fall Off Boy.
Yes.
Yeah, no, this guy was just absolutely... he's terrible. His only powers is he can take his arm off and then beat you with it. His arm turns into a weapon.
And he loves it, too. Like, he's always happy to show off that power.
Yeah, Arm Fall Off Boy has the ability to detach his own limbs and he can use as weapons. His background was not explored in initial appearances, so they didn't even give this guy a backstory. Why bother? In Legionnaires Volume 4, he's an applicant of the first Legion tryout, and he was the first Legion reject, so this guy couldn't even make it into the Legionnaires. Like, hey guys, look at this magic trick. Boom, smack!
It's pretty terrible. You're literally you're losing all your leverage. It's awesome that you have this club that you've just detached from yourself, but now you only have one arm to swing it.
Yes, exactly.
So,
and he looks like a He-Man figure, so it's just like you can pop a He-Man figure's arm off and start beating people with it.
He is wearing he's wearing a nice scantily clad pink top.
Yeah, like a Borat onesie, kind of.
Yeah, it kind of looks like his legs are like
Thing's
he's wearing
legs.
like exactly, but they're pink. It's the Thing's legs, but pink.
And he has like some weird like skinned arms.
Yeah.
But he came back, this guy. He had a different name as well. He was identified as Floyd Belkin. Want to watch out for Floyd Belkin.
Fucking Balkan.
Of the planet Lalor. Under the name Splinter. Or Splitter, not Splinter. He's not Splinter.
So I guess they realized the name Arm Fall Off Boy wasn't working for him.
I don't know. I think Fall Out Boy, the band, made a really bad mistake when they named themselves Arm Fall Off Boy.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
And yeah, he went to try for the Legionnaires again, and then he failed. He made it to the top 5, but he never made it. So this guy's an absolute loser in all points of his life, besides like entertaining people by ripping his arms off.
He's like that creepy grandpa.
Yeah, the grandpa who can pull his teeth
yeah.
out.
Like he's like the
Oh,
creepy
yeah,
grandpa.
he can pull his thumb. Yeah. Yeah,
His
definitely.
arms look like a fucking puckered butthole. Like,
Yeah, it's disgusting.
after
Ew.
he takes his arm off.
Yeah, like where he rips his arm off is definitely a cat's anus for sure. Like,
Like Bob's
Or
Burgers.
those people that have the enlarged earrings and then like they get old and take them out. Yeah, it looks like that too.
I love his pink helmet too. He definitely looks like a He-Man character. That's definitely a great way to describe him.
Just the name alone is like, you know, this guy's terrible.
Yeah.
Like, what's your power? I already know what your power is. Arm fall off, boy.
Yeah,
Wait, he is like a He-Man because you could pull their arms off and put them back on.
that's true. That's exactly it. So I think we know where the inspiration for this character came from.
Yeah, 89, that's about the right time, right?
Yep.
Unfortunately, they didn't even want to tell you who created this guy, eh? They're like,
Nope,
"No,
they don't give me any information on Arm fall off, boy.
let's not. Yeah, poor arm fall off, boy.
Abilities: can remove limbs and use as clubs. Sad.
He was so good, it came out of Cracked magazine.
I really hope he gets the push in the comic books that he deserves, to be honest with you. So,
When I first read his thing, I'm like, oh, he can put weapons on his arms? Like, that's his power? I'm like, no, his power is using his arms as weapons. It's like,
well, he at least like puts like some gloves or something on his arms, so that when he does take them off, I guess they've got like some spikes or bumps by the looks of it. So I guess I don't know. There's some devastation there. I just love in the picture here of the comic where he's about to show his powers. In the first panel, if you look, there's a couple of superheroes behind him. Like, this is a full-on tryout at like a picnic bench.
yes. I'm looking at the same thing right now.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get a good look at the people behind him. Unfortunately, it's a little too blurry, but there's definitely one that looks like a human surfboard. Or at least a
Imagine
human
him in an
boogie
arm
board.
wrestling.
Oh, yeah. Arm wrestling this guy, like Jen just said.
Blunk and just fall off.
That'd be a great party trick. Really freak somebody out. I don't know my own strength. I'm so sorry.
It's going to be an over-the-top part 2.
Sylvester Stallone as Arm fall off, boy.
Hey, what's going on? I'm going to hit you with my arm over here. It's more of my Rodney Dangerfield than Sylvester Stallone.
They're both incoherent, funny, man. It works.
Rodney Dangerfield as Sylvester Stallone. Hell yeah.
Hey, I'm the law over here. No respect, I tell you, for the law.
That's a good Rodney.
I practice.
Yeah. You got to put as many impersonations as you can on this one, man.
I'll do what I can. You know, it's we're coming up on our 1 year anniversary. We had last month, and last year we did where you pull impressions from a bowl, and you would try to do them. And my partner Justin with an E does the best Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I can't keep it together when he's doing it because it's so damn good.
That's awesome.
All right, no one try. Goobs, I know you're thinking it. I'm thinking
Oh, I want to hear it.
Take off your panties.
Look out! Yeah, but his is so good, and I'm like, oh man, I'm like, and then we just start doing stuff, and you know, we were really influenced by Dana Carvey, so it's like half of the stuff that we do is just from any material that Dana Carvey's ever done. Yeah, I don't know, it's just fun. It's irreverent, weird stuff that we do.
Speaking of great, or quite the opposite, Jenny, do you have your character at the go?
So first off, before I start, I really feel like it's important to talk about, like, science lab safety. Not that I work in a lab, but, like, I really feel like a science lab is not the place for a child, okay? That's just gonna throw that out there,
That's fair.
okay?
DeRailers PSA.
No, there's a reason for my PSA, because my poor character is just helping some fucking scientist in a lab, which, again, he's a child, so this makes no sense. But then he gets hit with a beam of multicolored light from another dimension, and kabam! We have Color Kid.
Oh,
Okay, I think I will admittedly say that this character, like, kind of gets cooler later on. But in its, like, origin, yeah, it's pretty lame. Because all he can do is kind of change the color of shit. And that's all.
oh my God, he's Abracadaniel.
Right? So he tried out for the Legion of Superheroes. Didn't make it, so into the Legion of Substitute Heroes he goes. And yeah, he's pretty lame for a while.
What's his real name?
Oh, you want to say it? Good luck with that.
Lance Spangman. I don't know.
Uluvac? Uluvac? There you go.
Uluvac, yeah, Uluvac. Uluvac, yeah.
I know he sounds like he's from Russia, but he's totally from Lupra.
Obviously.
Right? Like how you don't know
You
this
sound
is
like
real
such a
me.
valley girl right there.
It's funny. That was the plan. But this made me laugh. His major story arc in the Silver Age was that he became Color Queen. And there's just a picture of him,
Whoa.
like a woman. And
Yeah.
it says, "Could I ask you what you're staring at?" So that's amazing. But, like, again, admittedly, like I said, he does get kind of cooler later on. Like, as he gets
He'd
stronger.
be a great interior decorator, though.
Yeah, man, for sure. But, like, as he gets stronger, he can, like, create camouflage and stuff. So that's actually, like, quite useful. I think just at first he's super lame.
He definitely looks super lame.
But, like, he's in the new cartoons, and he looks like he's kind of cool. So I'll give him that.
In the Legion cartoon?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta check that out. It's on the DC Universe. I gotta look at that then.
I've only seen a pic because I don't have that, but I've seen pictures and stuff, and I've read about it. It sounds like it's cool, but yeah, like I mean, I love the kid cartoons, right? So
Oh yeah, I actually do a post every Saturday in Amalgamania of old cartoons, and like some of my favorites like Pirates of Darkwater, Gargoyles. I did the Family Dog, just all these things that people don't remember. And like I remember Captain Power, where you used to be able to take your toy up to the TV. And it's like, okay, it's power time.
holy
The
fuck.
Centurions.
Yes, that fucking gold bastard with a hole in his chest fighting that half cyborg badass
Oh
dude.
my god.
Yeah.
I used to play with those guys with my G.I. Joes.
Hell yeah.
Fucking forgot about that.
And they were the most powerful ones because they were cybernetic, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Kicking Joe's ass.
they were great. I think they had some vehicles too, but
They had the gun you could shoot at your TV with.
yep. And it was kind of like around the time laser tag came out, so like everybody was all about it.
Oh, it was so futuristic. Holy shit.
And now we have none of that.
You got to do yourselves a favor and check out a picture of the Legion of Substitute Heroes. Jenny totally got me curious.
Yeah, they're great.
This is a whole group of fucking losers right here. Like, just look at their
Yeah,
uniforms.
it's all people who were rejected from the Legion of Superheroes. They're like, no, you're not good enough, so they made their own.
The chlorophyll kid who has a fucking tree or a piece of broccoli on his...
Thank God it's not the chloroform kid with a picture of Bill Cosby on his chest.
And a rag.
Oh yeah, there he is.
That was his reboot in the New 52. He became the chloroform kid. Fucking Night Girl, Stone Boy, Polar Boy. Polar Boy looks... Oh my god, he looks warm. That's for sure.
So I'm surprised nobody's mentioned the Mystery Men at all.
What, like the actual, like, Ben Stiller's Mystery Men?
Yeah, the Shoveler and the Blue Raja.
Those are badass superheroes. What are you talking about?
Pee Wee Herman's in that too.
Another Paul Rubens, yep, as the Spleen.
Very Paul Rubens heavy episode we've got here today.
Yeah,
Wrong with
goodness.
that, man.
Shout out to Paul Rubin.
Paul Rubens is the word of the day.
See, every time you go to the grocery store and they have you like donate something and you could write your name on it, I always used to write Paul Rubenfeld on it.
That's hilarious.
I don't know why. In between. Well, I can't say always because sometimes I would write Optimus Prime, but
I feel like Paul Ruben Cock would have been a better name.
I'll start putting Keanu Reeves.
yeah, I mean you should. Why haven't you? Yeah, I mean,
Because I never thought about lying.
Drum up more business for that place, for sure.
We're too Canadian.
We're so Canadian. We never thought about doing something funny on
Because we're
those.
like, no, that's a lie. They'll know I'm not Keanu. No.
is this like that Ricky Gervais movie, The Invention of Lying? That was a bad movie, though. I will say that was not a great movie. So, I used to run a Blockbuster back in the day, so I have a reason I saw it.
My old dream job.
Yeah, not glamorous.
Okay, before we start talking about Blockbuster, we'll get into that. Let's wrap this segment up and you get your character out before we get way too off the track.
Okay, all right. Sorry to derail you guys.
No,
No.
I'm so excited to talk about Blockbuster after. I have so many questions from an owner of a Blockbuster.
Yeah, owner. Yeah. Let's go with that.
Yeah, no, you're an owner now. Well, they're not going to sue you.
Yeah, exactly. I had a couple. I wasn't sure what you had done, but I'll do some honorable mentions and then I'll go into one. I'm not sure if you guys had talked about Snowflame yet.
Nope.
Okay, gold balls?
Nope, no gold balls.
Gold balls, I know gold balls.
Okay, and I could go into like any one of these from the Tick, but let's start with Snowflame. Snowflame's more of a villain, but he's a guy who gets his power from cocaine. So, as he puts, I am Snowflame. Every cell of my being burns with white-hot ecstasy. Cocaine is my god, and I am the human instrument of its will. He's a drug-powered supervillain who fought the New Guardians in Colombia. I believe he's from DC Comics, I want to say.
That's fucking amazing.
You're correct.
You got Giant Kraken up over his fuck right here in the corner.
I fucking love that quote.
Yeah, that's a hell of a cocaine is my god, and I am its human instrument.
I just picture him being like, whoa, hold on a minute. Okay, let's go.
I just seen like Tony Montana like sitting at the desk with a big pile of coke in front of him.
Except for it's a better movie. Oh, I'm sorry.
Look at the picture of this guy. Cocaine is definitely his god.
Yup.
Christ, he is shredded to shit. Those eyes are fucking ready to pop right out of that fucking skull. Like, oh man.
Oh yeah, man. He's a trip. If you want to check up on someone, that's a guy. I wasn't sure if you had covered him, but it's nuts. It's just like
I can't believe we missed him. Look at this. Under equipment, it just says cocaine.
it also says that under weaknesses.
Weaknesses, drug addiction, cocaine. His equipment is his weakness.
So yeah, I think he gains superpowers upon using cocaine, superhuman strength, speed, immunity to pain, pyrokinesis, and a cocaine touch. Touching Snowflame was sufficient to give Floronic Man a contact high.
Nice.
He gets everything you get from doing cocaine.
Yeah.
Holy shit, he's a cokehead's best friend. He'd have like an army of them all around him.
Look at this guy.
Oh, I love him. He's amazing. Okay, whatever though. I'll give him credit. He is ripped as fuck for a cokehead.
Yeah.
That cokehead has a lot of energy.
He's got a lot of free time in his hands because he doesn't sleep.
I guess so, right?
So he likes to work out.
Yeah, literally at the gym all the time.
Oh, he's totally doing a bunch of blow in this.
Right? Looks like he's putting it in.
Give up, I'd rather choke on the soil from your boots, Guardians. And he starts just sniffing a whole bunch of fucking
Looks like he
cocaine.
threw it in his eye.
He goes Super Saiyan, Super Coke Saiyan.
Oh yeah. It starts turning like white flames all around him. It's nuts.
I have never heard of this guy before.
Snowflame's religion is cocaine worship.
Why don't rappers rap about Snowflame?
He prays to cocaine.
I guess he likes Bug Cherry, I imagine.
Because he's all lit up again?
Mm-hmm. He gets it.
He's on a plane full of cocaine? Man, that's crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's my choice. So you'd mentioned that you had some underrated heroes. Might I ask who you picked?
The other show we had was, I don't remember if they were necessary heroes or villains, but it was Dr. Spectro,
Okay.
the Condiment King,
Oh, nice.
and the Humbug,
Oh.
which was pretty much looked like a Beetleborg.
Yes.
Ah. Without Flabber, though.
Oh, I love Slapper.
So yeah, so we covered those three last time, and
Nice.
This time has been way better in my opinion. I think we really nailed it this time. We found some, especially yours
eye-opening.
there, man. Snowflame.
The Color Kid? Damn. Then he goes on to become the Color Queen.
Yeah, and then goes back to then Color King. Like he's all over the color spectrum of his life
Oh
here.
man, he doesn't know what bathroom to use.
Doesn't matter, he can just change the stall color.
I didn't get into it, but it was like he was infected with some kind of genetics, whatever, something.
Okay.
Look it up yourself. I'm not dealing with that, but
That's
he
amazing.
can be what he wants. Okay.
In living color.
Right? But I'm sorry, how sweet would it be to be like, what color do I want my hair today? Just change it. Boom,
No, see, I would do that to other people.
boom.
She was talking about hair. I was just fuck with people.
You're blue now.
Wouldn't that be a bitch, huh?
I would put people on acid trips and shit. But like make them think they're on an acid trip, just make everything look all crazy.
Like, it's a Grateful Dead concert.
Yeah, they like hide in the forest and just make shit all creepy.
See, I would more fuck with like soccer moms going clothes shopping. and they're at
Make it
H&M
look
or
good
whatever.
on them, and then they take
They pick up the shirts like, oh man, it's a wonderful like pink T-shirt, and they come out of the change rooms like, it's purple now. And they're like, what? I just spend my days just fucking with people at clothing stores.
I would wait till they buy it, though, and it's in the bag, and then change it when it's in the bag, because I don't want them to realize till they get home, and they're like, what the fuck? Like,
oh, and then when they go to return it, you follow them, and you turn it back.
Oh, that's a little stalkerish.
So they look crazy.
Oh, now we're getting creepy. I like it.
Because you have to, like, follow them home, wait till they realize it, then wait till... You usually don't take it right back.
Well, see, this power could be used if they're walking through the wrong neighborhood, right? And you change their shirt from red to black or red to blue
Red
or
to
something
blue.
like that. That could be trouble.
Stopping gang violence.
Yeah.
One step at a time.
You're like, boom,
Yeah, a
green.
guy walks into a rival gang wearing all blue, and he's in the red territory. He's like, you're all red now. He's like, yo, what up, my brother?
Yep, it doesn't work out well for him, and we can thank Abracadaniel.
I would change my my pets too. Their colors all the time.
That might be cool.
Instagram would love you.
Oh yeah.
Color Kid's the biggest Instagrammer ever.
He would be.
Well, just
What
think.
filter is that? It's my superpower, bitch.
Bitch, I don't need no filter.
Right? People couldn't handle purple and green ketchup back in the day.
That's right.
I
I
couldn't
still
handle that.
can't.
That's weird.
Yeah, I still can't.
I can't handle normal ketchup.
Yeah.
Bastard.
That's right. I forget you guys put gravy and American cheese on your fries.
No, whoa. No American cheese on our fries, man.
What is it, Havarti?
Curds. Cheese curds.
Okay. What kind of curds? Like cheddar curds or?
Mozzarella,
white ones.
usually.
Okay, mozzarella. All right. It's
The
poutine.
white ones. Yeah.
Poutine, baby.
It's
I
delightful.
thought Jambon was gonna come on right now.
Yeah. Poutine's the best thing in the world.
Poutine.
I was surprised when I was up in Toronto that time. They had it at McDonald's, and you
Yeah.
guys
Oh,
had
yeah.
hot dogs too. And I was like, "What the hell?"
What?
Yeah, not anymore. But
Yeah,
McDonald's had hot dogs up here, and I missed
yeah.
that?
It was 2001 in Toronto when I came up to see WrestleMania. Walking around, we apparently had gone into a establishment moments after they had thrown Perry Saturn out. It was pretty
Probably
crazy.
intoxicated.
Oh yeah. Well, I think he may have been auditioning for Snowflame. But yeah, so that was kind of fun. My friends ran into Paul White. That was interesting.
Nice. Well,
It's a big show. His
All I
mama
can-
named
yeah.
him Paul
I was gonna
White.
say all I could think of is that song.
My buddy was wasted at a bus stop one night. He started just singing like the Big Show. His mama named him Paul White. He started just like riffing off on it. I'm like, okay, man, this is fun. We're all out at the bar right now.
So I was at I used to be a really big wrestling fan, and they had this event in Hartford, Connecticut, where I lived at the time, called No Way Out. It was very famous for the Hell in a Cell with Mick Foley and Triple H. So I ended up getting in a fight with someone behind me because he was talking about how like Paul White, I think Big Show was going against like probably Chris Benoit or something like that. I had always said there's a few wrestlers that I always thought were the least interesting wrestlers ever, and those two were at the top of the list because it's like he did like 2 moves ever. The third would actually be Steve Austin, but Chris Benoit literally would do a headbutt that fell on you. So, and I'm like, how does that supposed to? I'm like, it just doesn't do anything for me. So I actually almost got in a fight with this guy who was standing behind me. He was about like 300 pounds, and I was not quite as large. My friend's like, dude, you gotta calm down. This guy's gonna sit on you. Like, oh. But that was the same one where Chris Jericho lost the Intercontinental Champion to Kurt Angle, and he starts running around. He like ran right next to us on camera. It was awesome. It was a good time.
I have one quick question. The whole Blockbuster thing.
Yes, I was like, we must get back to Blockbuster.
Did anyone return pornos? Like homemade pornos?
Yeah, like by accident, they put the wrong thing
They
in
put
the
the
case.
wrong movie in the case, didn't rewind it. You gotta go check it out and shit. Like, see some homegrown porn.
So, yes, like that did happen, but more often than anything, what I would get would be Japanese businessmen coming in to ask if I had porn or something with, I quote, penetration in it. That would be more than anything. They come in and
so Japanese.
Because it's blurred out over
Exactly. Aww.
I would get that a lot.
You mean like Jason movies?
Yeah, that's. I was like, yeah, you need to check this out. It's like Hellraiser. Yeah.
Nice.
But I stopped a robber one time with a snowball.
Fuck off.
Yeah, so like he was
You
trying
are
to steal
fucking
like a whole bunch
Snowflame.
of stuff. Yeah, I might be. I wasn't on coke, but
Allegedly.
but my boss at the time was this lump of a man who was covered in red fur, and he looked like Gossamer from Looney Tunes. So no one would steal from our place because he was an ex-con who went to jail for killing people. And I asked him what he went to jail for. He's like, somebody told on me. I'm like, fuck. So I found out that he was running guns in the Gulf of Mexico when he finally got caught and sent to prison.
I
and all
thought you
that
meant
good
through
stuff.
Blockbuster. He's like giving out rental cases with the Glocks inside.
Well, here's the thing. So he was the boogeyman, and I was in like an urban sort of area and all that. And
Yeah.
it's like people were afraid to steal because one time this kid stole, and he literally picked up the kid's bicycle and hit him in the face with the bicycle. So he was like a legend. So they're like, yeah, no one's gonna steal from Crazy Man Dave. It's crazy.
Yeah, no one's fucking with that.
It was nuts. What Blockbuster was crazy.
So how'd you thwart someone with a snowball?
So this guy just walks in. He goes to take like a whole bunch of stuff, and like I said, I was in an urban area, so it's like most of the stuff was for sale rather than like for rent
to
because
rent.
they, for some reason, didn't want to rent. They wanted to buy. So we had more of that stuff. So we had like those big plastic cases on stuff. Well, this guy comes in, grabs a whole armful, and then runs out to his car. I'm like, okay. So I run out from the counter. I grab an ice ball that's like right there, and I pegged him in the back of the neck. He drops everything and then goes and runs off.
That's hilarious.
But it gets better because I totally pulled a Randall and I go, you're not allowed to rent here anymore. I don't think he laughed,
man.
but still.
I'm laughing though, poor guy.
That's fucking amazing.
Oh man, it makes me sad. My kid will know a world only without Blockbuster.
Yeah, it's
Like,
true.
he'll never know a world with a Blockbuster.
Netflix
But
is Blockbuster now.
You can always still take him to the local library. I'm a big proponent of going to the library because you can find stuff.
Oh, I'm a
and-
library junkie too. Yeah.
And especially it's like if you're like, well, I've really been wanting to watch this old DVD of A Hunt for Red October. You're not going to find that. Like, where are you going to find it? Maybe online or something like that and pay like $9.99 for it? You go to the library. They got like 6 copies. Sure, you know.
They have everything. Old.
All right, well, okay, so I got something we haven't done in a while. It's called Would You Rather. Plain and simple, guys. Would you rather be Leather Boy, Arm Fall Off Boy, the Color Kid / Color Queen, or Snowflame?
Wow.
I'm going to start this off right here. I need to go on a weight loss diet, so I'm going to go to Snowflame. I'm going to fucking just snort the weight right off my bones.
That is strange reasoning. Strange reasoning.
And all that fire's going to help too, right?
Oh yeah, I'll just cook all the lard off of me.
Are you okay with converting to a new religion of cocaine?
Yeah, worshiping cocaine and being weakened by cocaine, and but also having it be your only equipment.
Actually, no, I'll
And you
be...
won't be hampered by a wife, because if you're skinny, you get divorced.
Yeah. Can I rip my arm off and then, like, beat you with it?
You know how I feel about that.
Oh yeah, she
I have a
hates...
big problem with that. I don't hate.
She dislikes.
You could use it as a back scratcher, I guess.
I don't dislike. I'm uncomfortable.
With amputated limbs.
Yes. There's nothing wrong with it. It just makes me uncomfortable.
Fuck that. Well, I guess
Give
I'm
it
a
there.
fucking color kid.
I'd really like you to be able to change my hair.
And your toenails and your nails. I can do your nails all the time.
See? It's good shit.
Maybe I'm in the mood for a blonde tonight. Ping.
Yeah, I'm not all about that leather boy life. It seems like he's got a lot of anger that he's dealing with if he killed the immortal man. So I don't know if I could pick that. I don't know. Maybe
He was rejected by the rejects, Justin. He had every right.
It seems like he was hell-bent and just a hellion. And, I don't know, Electric Eye. I'm trying to think of another song. But, yeah, no, I would definitely
He's always
probably...
breaking the law.
Exactly. He had to break the law. I would do the color queen because I think that would be hilarious. And just to change stuff, like, do you think about how messed up that would be to change the color of people's coffee?
Make it like purple.
That would
Like,
be
just
funny.
in the office alone. I would just enjoy that. Be like, Captain America's drinking pink coffee. Yeah.
Well, as much as I'd like to be a drug dealer in the jungle who worships cocaine, I'm gonna pick Arm Fall Off Boy.
Nice.
Because I think I just want it for the party trick. I'm an uncle, and that's what I used to love that about my uncle, because he was the crazy uncle who did the thumb thing.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the thumb trick.
I was blown away as a kid, man. Literally, I was blown away as a kid when my uncle would do it. So yeah, I'll be that uncle, except it'll be my whole arm, and it'll leave Cat's anus where the arm was. And I'll try and skip the scantily clad pink and the thing leg.
No, you gotta wear that
unitards.
costume, man.
Oh, do ya? Oh man. Well, now I definitely want to be Leather Boy then.
Lovely.
We can change the colors of that for you, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Make it skin toned. I want people to question if I'm even wearing anything.
Nothing at
Oh,
all.
jeez.
Nothing at all.
Is he just wearing a ball gag?
I'll never tell.
Ball gigs by Versace.
But I'd pick Arm Fall Off Boy. The whole just the party gimmick of it.
Yeah, that's interesting because I think Leather Boy just has some real anger issues that need to be dealt with.
Definitely.
Yeah.
He's just into S&M and bondage, man. And just misreads ads. Poor guy.
That reminds me of Police Academy when they used to show up at the Blue Oyster Club. Dun, 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 dun.
That's pretty much exactly how he's dressed, except even a little more Blue
Or
Oyster.
like Wayne's World when it show up at the toolbox.
Yes!
Yeah.
Do it, girls!
It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
Except for he did the M wrong, and I never understood why.
He didn't know any better.
Jen, every time Foxy Lady comes on, Jen's always doing the ears and
Oh
the
my
pelvic
God, it's my
thrusting.
favorite.
That's so great. I just got the pop vinyls, the Funko Pops.
Oh, I
They're
want
so
those.
cute.
I just picked up yesterday the Wayne and Garth in hockey gear.
Nice.
Nice.
That's awesome.
I
Car.
didn't even know those existed. Those are badass.
Yeah, it's cool because the Blackhawks on them, it's like really distinct and like well detailed. And I live in Illinois where everybody is a fake Blackhawks fan. Sorry, but I grew up a Hartford Whalers fan, so
The whale.
once in a lifetime. Yeah, I just rewatched that recently, but the Wayne's World Pops are awesome if you can get a hold of them. $20 at Target, but
No targets here, my friend. They tried. They did not last.
Yeah.
They tried and failed.
no kidding.
Yeah.
I gotta take a picture. Next time I'm in the plaza, there's still like an outline of a Target in this one plaza.
The Target graveyard.
But you guys have Toys R Us though?
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck yeah, we
That's
do.
not
do.
fair.
Yeah,
Come
that's
on.
awesome.
Keep your Target.
Yo,
Come and visit, and
Yeah.
we'll take you to Toys R Us.
you got free
I
medical.
had to go to Toys R Us to get my sprocket from my Fraggle Rock set, so luckily it was still around.
Thank
free
goodness.
medical care, legal
Well.
marijuana,
Oh wow.
Toys R Us.
and Toys R Us.
Yeah, but I hear you got to be employed to move there.
Poutine.
It helps.
Oh, and poutine.
Coffee Crisp,
And you guys have Tim Hortons, which is pretty badass.
Yes.
Timmy Hose.
I mean, you get a donut with your sandwich.
You get donuts with anything. And
Yeah.
they're so good. Oh my god. I want a donut so bad. Why do we have to mention
A
donuts?
French cooler.
Poutine donut.
There's no such thing. Don't tease.
Not yet.
I bet you at one of those like specialty donut places, there is one, I bet.
We had fucking poutine pizza pockets up here.
Yep.
You take a hash brown and like you mold it in like sort of like a donut form, but like bowl shaped. And then you fill the bowl part with gravy and cheese
gravy?
curds.
Oh,
That's my poutine donut.
I'm fucking with that.
Yeah. So let's go into the donut business right now. full-on meal donuts.
DeRailers Donuts.
That's a grand idea. I like this a lot. So if you were going to make all Canadian flavors, right, would you go with a Kraft Dinner filled one?
We'd have to.
Yes.
For sure. Mac and cheese donut?
Yeah, then we have one with chicken and Swiss chalet sauce.
I don't know what that is, but what is it?
Oh, it's delicious rotisserie chicken.
A Swiss chalet sauce is
Okay.
delicious. Yeah, it's like there's a whole restaurant, like it's just chicken.
I always forget that's just us. We're so lucky.
They got good ribs there, too.
Yeah, good ribs, delicious rotisserie chicken.
See, all I remember is Pizza Now. Isn't that what you had up there? They had it like everywhere. Whenever you watch a Blue Jays game.
Pizza.
Oh, Pizza. That's what it is.
It's also in Scott Pilgrim.
Canadian too.
Yeah. Most of my information comes from Bare Naked Lady songs or Scott Pilgrim.
Nice.
So I know exactly what you do if you had $1 million. So
That's right.
We'd be rich.
Everything is accurate.
God,
Everything
where
we
else
said
can
there
I
was
go? Nowadays to make a Bare Naked Ladies joke. I mean, I love it. It just doesn't happen.
Don't worry, man. We're still lovers in a dangerous time.
Nice.
How long has it been since we made our last Bare Naked Ladies reference? I feel like it's been 1 week.
Oh, I had the good luck to see Bare Naked Ladies for free at a concert, and they sang this song called "The Extremely Tricky Deer."
Speaking of Snowflame,
Yeah, there was no Snowflame, but I don't know the
no, because the one guy had a major drug issue.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah.
He's hanging out with Jason Priestley. That is an actual true story. So
I know I look 40, but I'm still in high school. Trust me. Let it go, Jason. You're not in high school.
I made 2 movies. Maybe you saw one? No. You may recognize me as Luke Perry's less attractive friend.
I was in Beverly Hills 90210. I know. You say it every 5 minutes. Yeah, I know.
I get it. You're in Calendar Girl. I get it. Wait, were you Malcolm from Malcolm in the Middle?
Oh, that poor guy doesn't even remember he was Malcolm. It's sad.
It is
He's a race car driver now.
Well, he was in like Sharknado 4, I think.
one of them. Yeah.
I think so.
Wasn't everybody in Sharknado 4? Weren't
David
all the A
Faustino.
celebrities?
Right?
Well, us four weren't.
I'm pretty sure David Faustino qualifies as all the celebrities. That's Bud right there.
I want to know what happened to his brother who was in Monster Squad, which was one of the greatest movies of all time.
Oh, fuck yes.
I didn't even know he had a brother.
Yeah, his name was like Ronnie Faustino or something. I don't know.
Shit, man, Ronnie.
Me and Jen love Monster
Yes,
Squad.
we do. Oh.
Good film.
My name is Horace.
We're gonna shortcut that movie until they said the F word and it was like, and not fuck. So I'm like, yeah, maybe not.
I know, because I'm like, we need to show him Monster Squad. He's like, Jen, we can't. Like,
Well, I mean, it's like the Goonies, too. It's like when I showed my daughters the Goonies, they were not interested, but I was like, oh my god, they're literally talking and swearing and fiddling with a penis, and I'm like, yeah, well...
yeah, we let Zim watch the Goonies, too.
He loved it when Chunk went, oh shit, or oh crap, when the cops were going by.
It was the time, you know?
He's like, Dad, I like this movie now. Well, when I was like 5 or 6, I watched Stand By Me, and like that's my favorite movie to date, so...
Oh, it's a great movie. With Richard Dreyfuss, yeah.
I always used to watch Sandlot when I was growing up, and then I would always take notice of the part when the dog jumps over the fence and he would scream, oh shit, and then run off. And I'm like, this is a Disney movie meant for kids right here.
I always think of a Christmas story where he's like, oh, fudge. Except I didn't say fudge.
I said the word.
So you said the F word in it. That's not the F-bomb. And that led me to Kids in the Hall. You guys are big Kids in the Hall fans?
I wasn't, actually, believe it or not. Yeah, bad Canadian, apparently, yeah.
No. That's one Canadian thing I don't get
like,
behind.
somewhat. Enough that, like...
I watched it, like,
yeah.
on CBC.
But I wasn't, like, huge fan. Or
I love those guys. I got to see them and sat front row, and actually got hit on the head with a club from Mark McKenney. It was pretty great.
You should have sued him. Yeah, no, I never watched Kids in the Hall, really. And neither... SCTV, too, same thing. Never really watched it. I think I preferred Saturday Night Live at that time.
I always remember the person on the rocking horse. Or the carousel, like I was like the riding horse that you put 25 cents in.
Oh, that was Chicken Lady, yeah.
Yeah, Chicken Lady.
Oh, yeah. That's good stuff. Yeah, so you're big into Saturday Night Live. I actually have a Saturday Night Live Trivial Pursuit box right here. Wonder what a question would be, and I wonder if you could get it.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Oh, no. What have I done?
What Saved by the Bell star, played by Tobey Maguire, told James Lipton he'd like to hear God?
What Saved by the Bell star,
Played by Tobey Maguire, so he must have been hosting, told James Lipton from inside the actor studio that he'd like to hear God.
I'm going to say Screech. That's my guess.
It is Screech, yeah, Dustin Diamond.
Nice. Yeah, no, I didn't know that, though. That was definitely a lucky guess. Nice. I've not seen that one. Tobey Maguire, I can't imagine he would be a great host to Saturday Night Live.
No, I can't think so either. I mean,
Did Nickelback perform? Only a hero
Stop
can
that
save
shit. It
us.
sucks so bad.
it was probably around that time, yeah. All right, I got one for you, Goobs. Here we go. What host played...
Insane Clown Posse.
What? I think they only hosted the one time and were never asked to come back. What host played Leon, a dweeb dedicated to selling Orange Julius even after the old storefront became a computer retailer?
I honestly don't know.
It's Orange Julius.
Oh, Sylvester Stallone.
Yes.
Thank you for the hint there. You're my lifeline.
Jenny Bean, are you good on a question? You want a question?
Sure, I don't watch Saturday Night Live, but we'll go for it anyways.
Well, you can't do any worse than we did, so...
I will not ask you. So, from what I know about you, I will not ask you this one because I saw what host was the answer, and I will skip that.
Okay,
Tom Hanks is the answer. Tom Hanks was the answer.
You can't confirm that.
It's got to be Tom
The
Hanks.
answer was
you, Tom
definitely Tom
Hanks.
Hanks. I got one right. Yes.
Yep. Okay, all right, here we go. What quirky host sang, so if you're rich and have the cash, you'll get an itch and you'll get a rash, in the soulful ditty Boulevard of Broken Balls?
I have no clue.
Okay, so we'll try this. So this is going to be terrible, and I apologize. So if you're rich and have the cash, you'll get an itch and you'll get a rash.
That's got to be a Christopher Walken.
Yes, that was my terrible Christopher Walken.
No, that's good.
I had to mute the mic there for a second. Like, Christopher Walken!
Nice.
I don't know anything. Help me.
Nice.
That's great. You rule.
I'm glad you guys played along.
We are apparently not as well versed in Saturday Night Live as we made it out to be.
Look, I'm no Cliff Clavin, so I had to read the answers here.
Cliff Clavin?
I do love all the Farley sketches and whatnot, as of course we already touched on the van down by the river. But I think my favorite one was one where they're all at the zoo looking at the polar bears, and I think it's Norm Macdonald who's first like, "Hey, you think I could jump in there and swim down there before the polar bear gets me?" And they're all like, "Nah, no way." So he tries, and then he gets brutally ripped apart, and you just see all this blood fly at like the rest of the guys just standing there.
Yeah, it's rained on.
And then pretty much one by one, they all make excuses just to jump down there.
That
And they all
literally just happened, like, in real life.
God, of course it did.
Someone actually did, like, yeah. Oh, God, I love Norm Macdonald. His show is so terrible on Netflix, but I love it.
Dirty work, man. Dirty work.
Are you peeing off the roof? Oh, Artie Lang is definitely Snowflame. I hear his nose collapsed from so much coke use.
And thank you, passengers, for jumping on the train tonight. It's been a wonderful show. We derailed it right off the bat, and we talked about a whole bunch of different superheroes, and then derailed the show yet again. Thank you for our guests for jumping on the train tonight. And watch out for the snowflake. He's coming for your coat. Enjoy the rest of your night, folks.
Be sure to follow us on Twitter. I am Ripken at RipkenWN.
I am Goobs at GoobsWN.
And you can follow the show at the DeRailers.
Be sure to follow the SomeBuddies Network at SomeBuddiesNet, and follow the Strange Sounds Network at _Strange Sounds.
And our friend Justin, why don't you shut yourself out right here right now?
Check out Justin vs. Justin on YouTube. You can find us also on Twitter, Justin vs. Justin, and Instagram and Facebook. And please be sure to follow Amalgamania on Facebook as well.
Definitely check them out, especially if you love superheroes. Not so much the ones that we talked about today, but...
Well, maybe.
Maybe our superheroes will fight in a sandbox battle royale one day. Leatherboy would win.
cheese.
Leatherboy would definitely win.
I think he might.
Oh, I beat you off with my arm any day.
Yeah,
that sounded
you'd
wrong.
beat off Leatherboy, all right. That's for sure.
I think he'd like that.
Killed Mr. Immortal, guys. Killed him. Killed him. Take that, Squirrel Girl. Goddamn bitch.
She's unbeatable, man.
Sorry, I'm upset for Leatherboy. You know, I'm upset for him. Justin, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
It was a lot of fun. We're glad that we could have an expert join us for such a topic, and thank you for helping us.
We'll definitely have you on again, good sir.
Thank you for helping us derail immediately.
And we could talk more about Blockbuster.
Yes.
Oh, we could do a whole episode
Ask
about
Yeah.
a Blockbuster employee.
Yes, no.
Oh my god, yes.
This podcast is part of the SomeBuddies network. You're never alone when you've got some buddies.
I'm Player 1 Toby,
And I am Player 2 Goose.
and we are the Secret Levels Podcast.
We are a very short, fast, and funny podcast about the classic video games that you love and some newer ones. We slam through them one episode at a time. We try to keep it within the 30-minute limit and keep you that fast and funny, which we only deliver, folks.
And we're going to touch on games from all different types of systems, from Nintendo to Sega to PlayStation.
We're doing from 1942 to Zelda, because we're not counting numbers. Everything's a part of the alphabet here on this show.
So check out our show on all the major podcasting platforms and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Secret Levels Pod.
Do that or get a game over, folks.
Hey, this is Clay.
This is Corey.
And we are the Two Dads Review Podcast. What do we talk about, Corey?
Movies?
Yes.
TV shows?
Yes.
And we're dads?
Are those all questions?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, find all that and more over at twodadsreview.com and your favorite podcast app.
Are you tired of the same old pro wrestling? Then check out the amazing action on Powerslam.tv, the biggest indie pro wrestling channel in the world. Get over 4,000 hours of the best pro wrestling events from over 110 of the biggest names in the industry from over 15 countries around the globe. Get your free trial today at Powerslam.tv.